Sia Sean Paul, it's Cheap Thrills. Anindita Chatterjee with all her travel chatter is in studio. More conversation.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishi K.
So come on now, a near-death experience. You've told us about the favorite souvenir. Do you have a close shave ever, and where?
Yes, that was in Philippines. Now, that's the thing with travel, right? The reason why I travel is because it makes me feel more alive. And I am an adrenaline junkie. I love adventure sports. And another thing is, whenever you travel, you figure out that not everything will always go the way you plan, right? And you learn to accept disappointments, you learn to handle them better, and you need to appreciate what you have and make the most with what you have. So this was an incident that was in Philippines, and of course I had scuba diving in the Boracay Island in Philippines on my list. And when I went there, I figured out that it's a really stormy weather. It was monsoons, but at least that day was supposed to be sunny and it would be good to scuba dive. But of course, if it's a stormy weather and it's choppy sea, it's not conducive to go scuba diving. And I was like, I'm still gonna go. I mean, come what may, I've come here to do this and I'm not gonna give up and I'm gonna do it. So we go scuba diving and it was so scary. And I remember so I have gone scuba diving to around 10 to 12 countries so far, but that was the second scuba dive of my life. So I wasn't really very used to it. We jump off the boat and we have these huge waves, like massive waves coming over us. And it was so damn scary. And I'm telling myself, why the hell am I doing this? Like, I knew it is a stormy weather, the sea is choppy. I should have just not gone for scuba diving today. And I had like fear oozing out from every pore of my body. And of course, this was in tandem, so I had my instructor with me. And I could also sense some nervousness in the instructor's mind. And I was like, seriously, this isn't a good idea. Having said this, when we went underwater, it was so calm and so serene because, you know, when you dive, and I don't know if you've ever gone diving, but the underwater world is like an out-of-the-world experience. It is so calm and so serene underwater. So just as rough and angry the sea was over the surface, it's just as equally calm underwater. And when we went underwater, I had to just keep telling myself that, Anindita, you just need to breathe, calm down, and it's going to be fine. Like, I could actually hear my heartbeat. I was so tensed. But yeah, I just had to breathe and everything was fine. And I had 45 minutes of sheer bliss. I mean, I will remember that experience so much because it was so scary, and at the same time I loved it. And I think I apply that to life as well. Like, there's so many times when we are really stressed, but there's always a calm under a choppy surface, always.
Correct. You know, I've only gone diving on the two occasions, one in the Maldives and the other the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. We tried to do one in Bentota, but unfortunately the weather was really, really rough. And those two times that I've gone down, I've noticed this is very similar to meditation. You know what the yogis tell you.
Absolutely. It's like you're swimming in an aquarium.
You just concentrate on your breath and things like
you have
that.
these beautiful species around you. And Great Barrier Reef, yes, even I've gone diving there, and it was one of my best diving experiences. And but even in Andamans, even in India, like India has great diving sites as well. In fact, the Andaman Nicobar Islands is one of the best sites in the world, amongst the top 10 best sites in the world to go diving. And when I went diving in the Andamans, I remember we had 2 days, and in the 2 days we went for 5 dives.
Wow.
And I saw more clownfish, that's the Nemo. I saw more clownfish in the Andaman Nicobar Islands than I did at the Great Barrier Reef. So India has some great destinations as well.
We're going to sign off with Anindita Chatterjee up ahead. Don't go anywhere. Sean Paul, Dua Lipa, it's no lie. I'm Hrishi K, live at 9:42.